Hello, everyone. I'm Cheldin Rumor, and this is it. Welcome back to This Is It TV. Always a pleasure. I would love for our next guest to reintroduce himself, his first and last name, and all he's up to.
Cheldin, I'm Bezich, men's health advocate, contributing writer to phillyvoice.com, and of course, the author of Crack the Code, 10 Proven Secrets that Motivate Healthy Behavior and Inspire Fulfillment in Men Over 50. How are you?
I'm so good. I am so good. It is always a pleasure to chat with you. What are we talking about today?
Well, Cheldin, it's sort of my tradition to really use the summer season to jumpstart healthy lifestyle, to really leverage the season, as I call it. Because why? There's so many motivating factors this time of year. There's, of course, the weather in the part of the country, at least that we're at, that gives us more opportunity to work out and to get outside. But there's also those motivating factors like more time with the family, whether it be vacations, holidays, whatever. And perhaps, the need to put on the bathing suit that kind of gets you thinking about that kind of stuff. So, this is the time of year to pivot. So my counsel and my point today is to not just give you something that's what I would call a summer fling with healthy behavior, but really something that can turn into a lifelong commitment to a healthy lifestyle. And what is that? Well, it's self-control, whether it be known as willpower, self-discipline. I think that's at the heart of everything we talk about when we talk about behavior change, because as the American Psychological Association tells us, lack of willpower is the biggest impediment to behavior change and a healthy lifestyle.
100%. I totally agree. I mean, in a lot of cases, the majority of us know what we need to do, right? We know what we need to do. The willpower is that missing piece, right? And in a lot of people, we always have talked about it before, New Year's resolutions or good intentions. You start with all those good intentions, but to be able to be consistent, to be able to keep moving forward, to keep doing it even when you don't want to, right? When there's other alternatives, right? Talk to me a little bit more about that.
And what I find fascinating is that there's this bidirectional relationship, as the scientists call it, between exercise and willpower. Right. A little bit of willpower gives you greater opportunity to sustain your exercise regimen. And on the other hand, when you exercise, it helps to build your capacity to be self-disciplined. It's sort of like the mind is a muscle, just like your arms or your legs would be. As you exercise that muscle, you get better at it. So you can very much grow your capacity to be disciplined and to have willpower, which I think is fascinating.
I think it's very fascinating. It's like training anything else, right? It's like really working out, what keeps you motivated. We talked about various motivating factors, whether it be personally or professionally, and what that kind of looks like. But the willpower, I think, is one of the things that people don't really talk about. They give you a diet plan. They give you a workout plan. You have all of the tools. The tools aren't necessarily the issue. It's what's going on in between your ears, right?
Yes, and what really is at the heart of it all is what the experts call delay discounting. What is that? That's the willingness and the discipline to say, oh, listen, I'm going to forego $1 now for $10 later, because that's in effect what we do. We want to put in the work now and not just succumb to the temptations of the day, but rather think about a little bit longer. Now, that's the hard thing to do, is to think long term when the challenge is short term, but that's what you want to do, and that's what you want to train yourself to do, and realize that the benefits of delaying that discount, of delaying that gratification, are tremendous, and that's where you really make progress and improve your health.
Yeah, I think there's also this kind of lack of patience that we all kind of have, this need for, right, instant gratification. I tried it. It isn't working. I don't see automatic results by changing my diet or this routine over 2 weeks, right? It didn't take you 2 weeks to get into this situation. It's not going to take you 2 weeks to get out of it in that way as it relates to your health. So do you find that patience is an issue too?
Very much so, very much so. So what is the strategy to combat that need to delay that gratification? Well, you do a couple things. One is that you recognize that there are temptations everywhere. And you frankly recognize that and try to stay away from them. Don't put the cupcake in front of you. Don't put yourself in a situation where the temptation is going to be great, and you may be overcome by the temptation. The second thing that the scientists suggest is what they call if then statements.
Oh,
If I'm at a party and I know I'm going to be asked to for if I'd like to have a drink or something, and you're trying to reduce the alcohol intake, then have a plan in mind. So you say, if they offer me a drink, I'm going to ask for some bottled water. Or if they, offer me an entree, I'm going to ask for an appetizer, those type of things. So be prepared and plan accordingly, because you know that there are going to be temptations out there. The better you can plan, the more you'll overcome, and again, become disciplined and build that willpower muscle in yourself.
oh, I absolutely love that. If then, if something happens, and really, again, meal prep is an example, but being able
Yes.
to prepare yourself for the circumstances of your life. Things are going to happen, right? You're going to go to a
Yes.
barbecue, or you're going to go to a picnic, you're going to go, you're going to be busy, as opposed to the drive-through. What are those alternatives? Are you packing your snacks? Are you packing, those types of scenarios, and over preparing for those opportunities so you're not caught off guard and you can support that willpower muscle. I love that.
Yeah, and again, the more you can do that, the more you can just it's like exercising, and that
Yeah.
you'll grow in your capacity to be strong and hang in there. And the other point I would make to you is that while we always focus on health and fitness and healthy behavior, that these sorts of skills that you develop can be applied to other facets of your life, by the way, whether it be financial affairs, whether it be relationships, whether it be your career. There's all sorts of applications for being self-disciplined. Self-discipline is a great skill to have and can contribute to the quality of life in a number of ways.
I love that. I love that. So whether it's your health and wellness, or whether it's you just being better prepared for all that comes your way, it's time for us to focus on being a little more disciplined in what it is that we're doing. I'm obsessed with this. I need this. You're always on time with the topics. Whatever it is that you're like, okay, what are we going to talk about today? I'm like, I need that. And we love that. And that you keep coming back to be able
Oh
to
yeah,
provide us with this wisdom. So thank you so much for that. If people want to get in
thank
touch
you.
with you, my dear friend, if they want to follow, fan, and like you, where do they find more of that information?
On social media, they can find me at Louis Bezich, and now on my newly constructed website,
Beautiful.
louisbezich.com.
I love that. I love that. It's that simple. Get in touch with my dear friend. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
Of course, from all of us here at This Is It TV, I'm Cheldin Barlett Rumor, and we will see you soon. Take care.